English learner, reading the play is something that I thought beneficial and enjoyable thing. However, after reading the like a Chekhov's plays, I read almost all, most of the four major plays, and I appreciated that he, very dense descriptions of topics and conversations. But still, it's kind of didn't grasp what's going on. I think a part of it is because of the names of the Russian characters. Somewhat kind of misleading, they have a very long name, I think first name and last name, and sometimes nickname or whatever, and they intermittently use it, so I get confused quite often. So the first page of the text, they list all the characters there, so I had to go back there quite often. The Seagull, I think I just read the Seagull, and I couldn't grasp the whole thing there much, so I looked for the YouTube videos, and luckily I found the this 1977 or 75, 76, around that times, American made video starring Frank Langella and Lee Grant and Blythe. Those people is in it, and it's an excellent production. I really recommend that you guys want to see that. But for the first time, after I sing it, I understood the play better probably. Just because easy to understand the human relationship depicted in the visual video like that, and what the character look like also kind of helps. So I really enjoyed. I watched it last night, fresh in my watching experience. I like to talk about it. The seagull is like the seagull who habitate in a particular probably the mountain, remote, not in the sea, like a little bit the lake area, probably a resort area, a countryside in Russia somewhere, and I think the seagull itself, I think intended not necessarily we consider seagull as a sea birds, but probably some kind of a shorebird. So I don't know what the specific aim for that symbolic meaning of the seagull, but anyway, it's about this young writer who struggled from a relationship between him and young actress Nina, and his mother, who is also like a well-known famous actress, and so he is more or less like trying to be a good writer, but he has lots of problem because of the mother is having an affair with this great famous writer, and so this young guy, Konstantin, I think, is more or less jealous or kind of not approving mother's this flamboyant lifestyle that this abandoned him almost in the countryside home, and she's going around the world to be with him or whatever, and to be with this particular famous writer. They are in love, I would say. Mother, although she is, she loves the son very much. However, she feels that son is kind of weak, not talented enough, and she kind of halfway, like trying to make him better, but in such a way that the son kind of revolt to that attitude, So he wants to be more freer. He wants to do by himself and independent and everything. And so there's a lot of struggle between this love between mother and son, and also this Konstantin is in love with this young, beautiful girl, actress. She takes the role of his own plays one day, and trying to depict his own play as successful. But mother came in and kind of started to criticize him or whatever, and he was so upset about that. But this young actress, Nina, not necessarily in love with him. She is in love with this older famous writer that mother is hanging around. So that particular relationship also very strained, sad probably. And Constantine has this woman, young to semi-young, I think middle age, probably around that Constantine's age, I would say. So young, I would say. So she is in love with Constantine, but Constantine doesn't care about her. So there's that particular relationship is kind of a tormenting, life there. So those relationship difficulty, I think it's about that this particular Seagull, because in real life, I would say most of the time, you fall in love with someone, but that become unrequited love most of the time. So you get very, very disappointed in love, and sad about that, or more or less like not happy. And so, yeah, happy love relationship is very, very successful, and but not all the time they are not that happy. So, yeah, I would say the Seagull depicts this relationship that doesn't go as you wish it would go. So it is, life difficulty due to this love relationship, and all kinds of different love relationship probably. That's maybe causing lots of problem to the lives of common people, and I think that's what it is in this particular play. As a play, I think I liked it because it's about this English not the English, the language dexterity, language art is very, very in front. Like writing a good fiction, writing a good play, and striving to be a good writer. That's one thing there. And then it's theater. The theater is associated with this very literary art type of environment, very well together. Theater people, actors and actresses thrive in presenting this language art to common people, and common people enjoy that particular language. You know, the, coming from one person to the others and what they say. So because of that, the language they speak is more or less like a very, intellectual type of conversation. And, they talk about art of some other country and all these different literatures, stories, and all these things is in there. So definitely this is written by Chekhov, who are very much intellectual, I would say, and trying to depict a particular culture where people enjoy those high culture, and acting, going to the play, and conversing with those similar mind people is very, very entertaining to themselves, and worthwhile thing. So that's kind of fits in my appreciation of play and acting and all these things. So yeah, I really enjoy that, and story wise, it's also not accomplishing it, getting a more mediocre career, which is bothering somebody, and not only himself but also surrounding relatives, mother especially, and people kind of mock on those young people who are trying to be great, trying to be ambitious to be great actors and writers and so forth, but they struggle. So I would say because of that, I think it's become like a important like a message in there, and I cannot tell you what the message is. I think message is probably life is tough, but that's commonplace for everyone, for anyone, and therefore, my today's point of view is that you don't have to take it so seriously. But at that time, 1900, probably people are taking very, very seriously their own professions and their ambitions, and so seriously that they get disappointed, and that particular disappointment driving them to be, like a failure, and driving them to be bottom of their, happiness ladders. So yeah, it is interesting. I think it's a universal themes, and any countries you can have that kind of a relationship problems, ambitions for your career. So it's very, very nice. But I think mostly I would say reading plays is, as I said, it's good because you text in front of you and you don't miss anything. However, watching the play itself is much, much more superior, I would say, especially the good, well-produced play. And I lucky to find this 1977 play about those people, Frank Langella, Lee Grant, Blythe Dana. That was like a tremendously pleasurable experience. Frank Langella portrayed this tormented soul. Frank Langella is very young at that time. He was probably late 20s, a very, very young man. Blythe Danner is a young, like a beautiful, genuine type of actress. Very, very nice, but very, very good acting. Lee Grant is, I think, pretty much that's her own way, putting that particular established actress boredom in life or something, and she quite often recite or remember when she was very, very popular in acting scenes. And so that means she's getting a little bit older, and she doesn't have a good career anymore that much. And so it is very, very engaging, intellectual, human relationship, deep, I would say deep relationship. And toward the end, I think you don't know what's going to happen, but something happened there. So that's kind of I cannot spoil the play, but it's it is kind of a deep, strong things happen at the end. So I would recommend the Seagull by Chekhov.